Welcome to this comprehensive guide on Protect Your Assets. In the journey towards financial security and wealth building, safeguarding your hard-earned assets is paramount. Whether you're a business owner, investor, or individual seeking to preserve your wealth, understanding the strategies to protect your assets is vital. Budgeting and tracking expenses are essential components of effective financial management. They provide a clear overview of your income, spending habits, and financial priorities. By creating a budget and diligently tracking expenses, you can gain better control over your finances and make informed decisions about saving and investing. Here's a detailed guide on budgeting and tracking expenses. 1. Assess your financial situation. Start by evaluating your current financial status, including income, assets, and liabilities. Identify your financial goals, such as saving for emergencies, paying off debts, or investing for the future. Calculate your income. List all sources of income, including salary, freelance work, rental income, etc. Determine your average monthly income and consider both regular and irregular income sources. Track your expenses. Keep track of all your expenses, from major bills to small purchases. Use apps, spreadsheets, or expense tracking tools for accuracy. Categorize expenses, such as housing, utilities, transportation, groceries, entertainment, and others. Create a budget. Based on your income and tracked expenses, create a budget that allocates funds to various categories. Set realistic and achievable spending limits for each category to ensure you stay within your means. Prioritize essential expenses. Prioritize necessary expenses, such as housing, utilities, food, and transportation, over discretionary spending. Be mindful of your financial goals when allocating funds to different categories. Identify areas for improvement. Analyze your expense tracking data to identify areas where you can cut back on spending. Look for patterns of excessive spending or unnecessary purchases. Adopt the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to essential needs, such as housing and groceries. Allocate 30% to discretionary spending, such as entertainment and dining out. Dedicate 20% to savings, investments, and debt repayment. Review and adjust regularly. Review your budget regularly to ensure you're staying on track and making progress towards your financial goals. Adjust your budget as circumstances change, such as getting a raise, having a new expense, or paying off a debt. Use budgeting tools. Utilize budgeting apps and software to simplify the process and get visual representations of your financial data. Many tools also offer automated categorization of expenses, making tracking easier. 2. Understand your financial situation. Assess your income, expenses, assets, and debts to gain a clear picture of your financial standing. Calculate your disposable income by deducting essential expenses from your total income. Create a realistic budget. Develop a budget that aligns with your financial goals and prioritizes essential needs. Allocate funds for necessary expenses such as housing, utilities, food, transportation, and healthcare. Differentiate between needs and wants. Distinguish between essential needs and discretionary wants when making purchasing decisions. Focus on fulfilling needs first before considering wants. Minimize unnecessary expenses. Identify areas where you can cut back on spending without sacrificing your quality of life. Avoid impulsive purchases and be mindful of your spending habits. Embrace frugality. Seek cost-effective alternatives for daily expenses without compromising on value or quality. Look for discounts, promotions, and loyalty programs to save money. Avoid consumer debt. Minimize or eliminate the use of high-interest credit cards for non-essential purchases. Prioritize paying off existing debts to reduce interest payments. Save and invest wisely. Allocate a portion of your income to savings and investments regularly. Consider setting up automatic transfers to savings accounts and retirement funds. Set financial goals. Establish short-term and long-term financial goals to motivate yourself to live below your means. Track your progress and celebrate milestones achieved. Focus on value and utility. Prioritize purchases that provide long-term value and utility rather than short-term gratification. Avoid accumulating unnecessary possessions that add little value to your life. Build an emergency fund. Establish an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses or financial emergencies. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in this fund. Avoid keeping up with others. Refrain from comparing your lifestyle with others or trying to impress through material possessions. Be content with what you have and focus on your personal financial goals. Assess your debt situation. Gather all your debt information, including outstanding balances, interest rates, and minimum monthly payments. List your debts from highest to lowest interest rates. Create a debt repayment plan. Develop a strategic plan to pay off your debts systematically. Choose between two popular methods, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. Debt snowball method. Pay off the smallest debt first while making minimum payments on other debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, use the amount previously allocated to that debt to tackle the next smallest debt. Continue this process until all debts are paid off. Debt avalanche method. Pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first while making minimum payments on other debts. Once the highest interest debt is paid off, use the amount previously allocated to that debt to tackle the next highest interest debt. Continue this process until all debts are paid off. Increase your debt repayment efforts. Allocate extra funds to your debt repayment plan, such as bonuses, tax refunds, or windfalls. Consider reducing discretionary expenses to free up more money for debt repayment. Negotiate lower interest rates. Contact your creditors to negotiate lower interest rates on your high-interest debts. A lower interest rate can help you pay off the debt more quickly. Consolidate or refinance debt. Explore options for consolidating multiple high-interest debts into a single loan with a lower interest rate. Refinancing may be possible if you have a good credit score and can secure a lower interest rate on a new loan. Avoid creating new debt. While paying off existing debt, avoid accumulating new high-interest debt. Be mindful of your spending habits and maintain financial discipline. Consider balance transfers. If available, transfer high-interest credit card balances to cards with promotional low or zero interest rates. Pay off the balance before the promotional period ends to avoid higher interest rates. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress as you pay off each debt. Use these celebrations as motivation to continue your debt repayment journey. 4. Why you need an emergency fund. Emergencies can happen at any time, such as medical emergencies, car repairs, or unexpected job loss. An emergency fund provides financial security and peace of mind during challenging times. Calculate your ideal emergency fund size. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses in your emergency fund. Consider your personal circumstances, such as job stability, family size, and other sources of income. Start small and build gradually. If you don't have an emergency fund, Start with a modest goal, like saving 1 month's worth of expenses. Gradually build it up over time until you reach your target. Open a separate savings account. Keep your emergency fund in a separate, easily accessible savings account. Choose an account with no or minimal fees and a competitive interest rate. Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers to your emergency fund each time you receive a paycheck. Automating savings makes it easier to stay consistent with your contributions. Prioritize your fund over other expenses. Treat your emergency fund as a non-negotiable expense in your budget. Cut back on discretionary spending to ensure consistent contributions. Avoid using your fund for non-emergencies. Reserve the emergency fund only for genuine emergencies, not for everyday expenses or non-urgent purchases. Refill the fund promptly after using it. Reevaluate and adjust your fund size. As your financial situation changes, reevaluate your emergency fund size and adjust it accordingly. Life events like marriage, having children, or changing jobs may impact your fund's needs. Investing your emergency fund. Consider keeping your emergency fund in liquid, low-risk accounts like high-yield savings or money market accounts. Avoid investing the fund in higher-risk assets, as you need quick access to the money in emergencies. As we conclude this guide, we hope you now have a clear understanding of the importance of protecting your assets and the various strategies available to achieve this goal. Asset protection is not just reserved for the ultra-wealthy, it is a critical aspect of responsible financial planning for everyone. I hope you really enjoy and gain something in watching this video. Kindly like, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more related videos. Thanks for watching.